I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday, November 7th, 2024. And this is episode number 865 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello, hi, how are you? Well, so, yeah, we were going to be late today. But let me tell you what my dumbass did. So I was actually started the show at 2:20. And like I do on Thursdays, I normally play sitting on the corner doing dope. And then I was scrambling to get some stuff done. And then I normally play the intro, and then I get my rest of my slides done, and then I hit record so I can record the show, and then I play the show intro, which is what you just heard, and then we start the show. So it's about, it could be anywhere from, the 5 minutes for the countdown, and then maybe a minute or so in between, and then the intro itself is a minute, and so it can take anywhere from 7 or so, maybe 8 minutes to start the show, to all the intros and stuff. We did all that. I got all the way to, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? And I look into the chat, and it's just Donna on YouTube. And I realized something was wrong. Because I know some days are lighter than others. Some days are busier than others. But I was like, I know that we haven't gotten to rock bottom yet where I've lost all of you and it's just my sweet, sweet Donna left. We haven't got there yet. I'm sure we'll get there one day, but we're not there yet. I was like, what is happening right now? And I looked down, and I never actually hit stream. I never actually hit go live. I just started playing shit. I thought I hit it. We were just kicking it. So my apologies. I went through a whole 10 minutes of show. All fair. And then I looked at 2:30. I was like, well, some bitch. Guess we need to start this show again, dumbass. So I apologize for that. Lord, I apologize. That's my bad. I'm a dipshit. And, yep, that's on me. I gotta be a better show host. I screwed that up. So, but we're here now and we're starting. And we got a busy, fun time show ahead of us. Rolling into week 10 of the NFL, week 11 of college football. We're going to get into that as we always do each week. We've got fantasy to discuss. We've got pick'ems to get to. We've got, I've got more videos for you. Tons of videos that I keep adding to the collection. I've got a really interesting story for you. I think you might find interesting. I've got your pick'em contest results from last week, plus your teams for this week, and I will give you my NFL Midseason Awards. Now, it won't be like, you know, oh, I'm giving you my assistant special teams coach of the year and all. We're going big three. MVP, coach of the year, rookie of the year. I'm not getting into offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, and special teams. I'm not getting into, who's your backup long snapper in the AFC of the year award. I'm not doing all that. No one gives a shit about half those awards anyways. We're doing the big three. All right. If you want to get into some other awards, we can certainly discuss that. But those are the awards that I think most people care about. So those are the awards that we'll get into on this show. Those are the awards that I've created a slide for. All right. So those are the big three that I have. Yeah. So I've got your rookie of the year. Not offensive, not defensive. I give a shit about that. I've got your rookie of the year because they do like offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. Call that. Not doing that. So we'll do midseason NFL awards. We'll do some headlines and we'll just basically talk some sports and hang out and have some fun. I got some video goodness for you still. Some that we didn't get to, maybe some more Jameis Winston. Definitely some more Jameis Winston. I've got a video of Mike Tyson that, oh God, it's just the best. It's just the damn best video ever. Okay. God, it's just, oh, hold on. I can indeed. Sorry. Oh shit, sorry. The improv is texting me to work tonight. Nope, whoop, whoop. Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, it's weird how it's weird how this business works. Like, one minute you're going into the week and you've got like one gig. And then all of a sudden you're working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just crazy. It's the damn thing. Kenyon Green eliminated from MVP conversation. Tony. I hate you so much. Wait a minute. What is BYOB? What? Oh, God damn it. I need to write a script to fix this so I don't have to mess with it anymore. I really do. I bet ChatGPT could fix that for me. I bet it could. I bet it could write a script for me. I'm really getting into ChatGPT, by the way. It's handy. Dude, how many of you put a one in the chat if you use ChatGPT on a regular basis? Like it's becoming a part of your everyday life. Put a one in the chat if it's like you use it, like a lot of us use Google as like a search engine and it's part of what you do. It's like, oh, I'll look it up on Google. Oh, I'll check it out on Google. I'll do this. That's how integrated ChatGPT is becoming in my life. Like, instead of going to Google for things, I'm now going to ChatGPT for things. It's that big. It's that big in my life now. Look at Jesus. ChatGPT, you've never used it? Mark, you've never used it? JoPro, of course JoPro doesn't trust it. I get that. JoPro's like, nope. JoPro still makes his own belts out of dead animals. So, I understand that a guy who still wears moccasins that he has made from the pelts of real dead animals and belts from the skin of actual dead animals. I get it. You know what I mean? I understand that. I understand that a man who actually makes instruments from the horns of the animals that he has killed and eaten. I get it. I understand. But the rest of us, Joe Pro, are you watching me right now, Laminack? He is currently weaving shoelaces into a moccasin as we speak. He's like, I am currently tanning the hide of a predator for a belt as we speak, Laminack, while hanging meat for jerky for the winter. What's happening? Are you in my camp, Laminack? Yeah, ChatGPT is handy. It is great for a ton of things. It's going to replace Google and search engines eventually. And the beauty of it is, instead of just Googling something and then finding stuff, it's a bit more conversational. It's a bit more personal. And it is a bit more tailored to you. Like, it learns about you. It like, you can give it information, and the more information you give it about you, the more or the better the answers are. And a lot of people freak out about that. They're like, no. But if you really use technology to your advantage, it can be quite helpful. And you can give it as much or as little information as you want. But if you embrace it, oh my God, Black Sheep's back again. Craziness. I'm just embracing it. Listen, if you are at this point in your life, other than Joe Pro, who still rides a Buffalo to work, if you are at this point in your life and you're like, I'm not giving them my information, spoiler alert, they already have it. I'm just here to tell you, everybody's already got your fucking information, okay? Not just the government, all right? All the hackers, all the Chinese have it, the Russians have it. It's out on the dark web. Like, literally every major bank, and like AT&T has been hacked, Facebook has been hacked. Your shit is out there, all right? All of it. Your passwords, your credit card info, your social security, it's all out there. All of it. I promise you, every single one of us, our data has been stolen in a hack at some point. I promise. By the way, if you haven't ever done it, go sign up on a website called Have I Been Owned? But it's PWNED. And it'll alert you every time your data is part of a data breach. And it goes, have you been owned? Yes, you have. Ha! Sorry, bitch. And it'll tell you what and how much data was stolen and from who and all that. Yeah, Xfinity, what up, Yeet, T-Mobile, like, it's out there. So you might as well just fucking embrace this technology and use it to your advantage, because people are like, I'm not doing, AI's taking over the world and this is hockey puck. I ain't doing it. And meanwhile, you're getting fucking left behind. It's the same shit with the internet. It's the same shit with I ain't using no microwaves. They're putting radiation in your food. Meanwhile, we're all eating dinner in 2 minutes, and the rest of you are not. It's taking you 7 hours to fucking cook a hungry man in the oven. What the fuck? Yeah, B. Hannon. USphonebook.com. Type your cell in there. You'll be surprised. Or a company has sold your info to marketing. Exactly. It's out there. So you might as well just take the time now to start embracing AI, to start embracing its capabilities, and start figuring out what it can do for you and how it can make your life easier and better. And don't even get me started on it's taking our jobs, and no, it's not. Look, I'm not a smart man. Okay, I'm not a smart man, and I don't know how we got on this. This was not a planned conversation. Y'all know me. That's squirrel moment. Somebody put a squirrel icon in the squirrel emoji in the chat. I'm not a smart man, but I do know I paid a little bit of attention in one of my classes at Lone Star. Well, I guess it was economics. I know the invisible hand of Adam Smith when it comes to the market and economy, right? And everything corrects itself. And people always freak out about new technology. They said when Henry Ford, when they had the assembly line, it created jobs and that was great. And then when they automated it with the robots, oh my God, it was going to destroy the fabric of America because now they were automating the building of cars. Well, you know what? Somebody's got to build the robots. Somebody's got to code the computers in the robots. Somebody's got to maintain the robots. Somebody's got to repair the robots. Somebody has to install them. Somebody has to make them. So instead of making the cars, when you shit gets replaced by the robot, go down the road and start working at the assembly line that makes the robots. Jobs don't go away. They move. So you either adapt or you just sit home and bitch and cry and get left behind. And that's the thing that's crazy is people will bitch about it and you can do that and get left behind or you can learn. So people that are bitching like, AI is going to take over and it's going to take jobs away from artists. Oh, really? Yeah, it's going to, like, you can get a website built by AI. This is bullshit. So now web designers, they're out of jobs. Yeah. Or if you're a web designer, you can learn how to use prompts to create websites. And now what you can do is offer up how to code and build websites using prompts and AI. Easy. I mean, it's not, you use it to make your life better and easier. I know for me, if like I'm in a text conversation, a business text, and somebody's like, if I'm negotiating a rate for like a gig and I don't know how to respond, I go to ChatGPT and I'm like, hey, I need to respond to this text. I'm negotiating a fee for a gig and I want to respond in a manner that is firm but casual, but still keeps it professional, but declines the offer and proposes a new price. And I give it all the parameters and it kicks me back something. And I'll be like, yeah, I like that, but I don't want to say that. I'd like to imply the following. And then it kicks me back another way to say it. And then I'll say, yeah, I want to say this, but let's tone down that. Let's make it sound less formal and make it sound more casual. And then it'll change the language and it's amazing, man. Or you can be like, hey, I've got mayonnaise and 7 olives and paprika, and you can give it 7 different items. What can I make out of that? And it'll tell you a dish you can make. I mean, it's literally the new age search engine. The other day I was like, hey, how do I want to make a script that allows me to do this right here. ChatGPT literally wrote this script. Now, it was off a little bit. I had to tweak it, but I would have never got this started because I didn't know how to script in VMix yet because I don't do VB scripting. I do all kinds of other scripting, but it started that. And then I was just, oh, and then I tweaked it. And there it is. I even had to tell it. I was like, hey, you were wrong on this. You said to do this. I had to do this. And it goes, oh, thank you for the update. It's really, really smart. And there's a lot you can do with it. You know what I mean? Like you have to adapt, you have to learn. And it's amazing. And you tell it like, I've had ChatGPT on deck. Yeah. You know, like it's, I don't know. There's a ton. The other day I was like, hey, I want to launch this thing. Make me a detailed checklist of every single thing that I need to do to get this launched by this date. I want you to break it up into chunks per week. And it was like, bet. And it literally gave me that checklist. By week, here's what you need to do. Start here, end here. If you do this every day, every week, you'll be ready to go by this date. I was like, fuck, man, it's crazy, you guys. It's crazy. I highly suggest if you haven't looked into it, look into it. Yeah. It's pretty badass. It's pretty badass. And the more you learn how to use the prompts and get better at it, it's pretty powerful. It's a pretty powerful technology, man. I dig it. I dig it. It's once you start to use it, it gets a much easier to use. And like I said, if you just go in and start typing, it kind of learns you, but you can literally go into your Chat GPT interface and give it information about you, and it makes it even better. Like I was the other day, I was like, hey, I want to, it knows that I'm trying to launch a new t-shirt business, my brand for Fuck Them Kids. And I want to come out with like a whole t-shirt line about Fuck Them Kids. And I haven't really told it that specifically other than saying, hey, I'm going to launch a t-shirt line for Fuck Them Kids and I'm doing this and this, right? And so I was like, what's some domain names or something like that? And so it was helping me come up with ideas for domain names. Well, then last night is when I asked for the checklist. I was like, hey, I want to be ready by Black Friday to launch this site. So give me a detailed checklist of everything I need to get done. And I kind of knew it, but I was like, this will just help me get organized without me having to sit down and make the checklist. I'm going to let Chat GPT make the checklist, and then I can just go off of that. I kind of know, but I don't have time, and nor do I want to sit down and do it myself. So I just, on the way home from my gig last night, voiced a text. I was like, hey, Chat GPT, I'm launching a new t-shirt line, and I want to have it up and ready to go by Black Friday. So what I want you to do is make a detailed checklist of every single thing that I need to do in order to have it online and ready to go by Black Friday. I will be using Printful and Shopify as the two main resources. And then I kind of gave it some parameters. I use Printful and Shopify. I already have a few designs. I'll be creating a few more. I have a subscription to Envato and Canva. These are the resources. I have Infinity Designer. And so I gave it all these parameters and it just spit it out. And what's crazy is it even knew the name of not the name, but it knew what my line was from other chats that I had earlier. So it saves stuff about you for later. It learns about you because it was like, first thing you need to do is find your niche. In your case, you're starting a line about Fuck Them Kids. So you already have that. I was like, yo, that's wild. It's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. You guys definitely need to look into it. Showbro says, CC, if you get any skinny, you're going to tip over. It's so true, you guys. I saw CC at Nick's place. She looks amazing. Amazing. Amos said, that's Barry in New Tech. He loves it so much. I do. Remember when Rose would tell stories on Golden Girls? I don't understand. I didn't watch the Golden Girls. I'm not a 50-year-old woman. Amos. Apparently Amos is a 50-year-old white woman. I never watched it. I think it's funny. Amos, this is a show. How long have I been doing this show now? Almost a little for 4 years. Amos, sometimes it surprises me that it feels like Amos's first time here. We've always done this kind of shit. We've always had conversations like this. This is not new. Technology or otherwise. I've talked about all kinds of shit on this show. Yeah, I just happen to have a passion for technology, but okay. I'm sorry, Amos. I apologize for sharing something I'm passionate about with you and other people, and I'm trying to encourage you to use something that might better you. I'm sorry if that... fuck. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, boy. Let's move on. Sometimes you guys can be a fucking dick about shit. Okay. For anyone who watched College Game Day. Oh man, that's Herb Street's dog, right? I heard something was wrong with him. What was it, like cancer or something like that? Yeah, that's terrible. That's so sad. So sad. I also saw Jared Taylor had a lawn talk question. Hey, what up, Cisco? Hi from High. I have the president of John Deere coming in today. What? What? I'll ask him if he could just send me a steering wheel. That's all I need. My steering wheel broke. How the fuck does a steering wheel break? Tell him I need a steering wheel for an X300. If he'll do that, tell him if he'll send me a steering wheel for an X300, I will do reads and commercials for him for 6 months on this show. 100%. Every day, 6 months, I'll do reads for him. FJ said, I feel like we've been on 800 for 2 years.
A total underscore Dallas on D's nut.
That's funny. Yeah, we're on 865. It's been a slow trek. Let's see. Only 894 times of experience. I don't know what that means. Why are we partying at Jared Taylor's house? That's what I want to know. And are we hiring strippers? That's what I also want to know. Jared Taylor, there's the lawn talk question. I always forget, do you cut low at the end of the season? No. The only time you really want to cut low is at the beginning of spring. You can scalp your St. Augustine as long as you bag it. If you don't have a bag on your lawnmower, then you really don't want to do it, because all you're really doing is creating the opportunity for a lot of thatch buildup in your St. Augustine. So if you have a bagger on your mower and the beginning of spring, say around March, end of March, or mid-March, then yeah, you could drop the mower down pretty low, not like zero where there's bald and it's nothing, just dirt. But drop it down to maybe, the second lowest setting or something like that, and scalp it then. But definitely don't scalp it right now. Definitely don't mow now. And I would keep mowing, at minimum of 3 inches. And really 3 inches, I'm learning now, is about a good height for St. Augustine. I used to say mow it at the highest. That's what I was told and always learned. And my buddy Randy Lemon would always teach and told me. But I'm learning now 3 to 4 inches is good, but actually three creates a thicker St. Augustine. So if you have, thin, wispy lawn, mow a little lower. And if you just want to, a good, healthy and deeper root system, mow a little taller. But I keep mowing until the first frost. Get your first frost or freeze, then you can kind of just quit. Get that one, after that one, mow one more time, and you're probably done for the season. And then just, water. If we don't get water every 6 weeks, just go out there and throw some water down. Water for 30 minutes or so. Keep it wet. Keep it wet like a good husband. Yeah. All right, there's all my... I'm just catching up with the chat. There's all the chat GPT stuff. Okay. Alex Villanueva said, what's it called again? Chat GPT is what it's called. Where's a good place? Black Sheep said, where are some good places to eat in Deer Park? Well, there's McDonald's, Jack in the Box. I don't know. Let's see. What else am I? Oh shit. Wrong way. Tony, get Chat GPT blocked for CJ. Shit, I wish. I certainly wish. I've never ordered a pizza online. I always call. Wow. That's wild. I'll never call no more. Fuck all that. That's crazy talk. I will not book a tea time online. Y'all are weird. Oh, wow. Christopher Mina said, I've been owned in 6 data breaches. Yep. Oh, PB Dub said, my uncle died of a heat stroke because he thought running the AC would give him Legionnaire's disease. Whatever the hell that is. No shit. Wow, Dubs. That's crazy, man. Wow. See, man, some of those old wives' tales are I'm sure my grandma believes some shit like that too. D-Money said, I heard since it's so easy to finance these days that companies make more money off financing and outsourcing products to other countries. I can see that. I told Dallas that just came in. You talking about ChatGPT specifically or any brand AI? I was talking about ChatGPT specifically because that's what I use. But yeah, I mean, it's really any AI, but I use ChatGPT specifically. Ben did have cancer. Okay, yeah, that sucks. My friend's dog. Oh, that sucks, Mark. My friend's dog I've known for 10 years passed away. Hey, Connie, what's up, girl? What up, Book of Chew? Jared Taylor said, thanks, Barry. Today will probably be the last Mo. Fuck this long. That's funny. What is this? Why is my phone going off in the middle of the... Oh my gosh. November 20th? What day is that? They always want to tape TV in the middle of the day when ugh. Okay, let's get into some shit. I gotta tell you guys a story that is pretty crazy. You're gonna want to keep Mo and Jared. It's not gonna get, I don't think we're gonna get cold for a while, but that's okay. And then we're gonna get into some sports, I promise, because I do want to talk. I want to give you my NFL midseason awards and get into some Barry on Deck fantasy and some NFL. But I got to share a story with you. As you guys know, my dad passed away not too long ago. And he passed away in August of 2023. And it was, what was the date? August 4th of 2023. So a little over a year ago. What does it say? You really want to have some fun, Barry? Put in a topic of your choice and make an AI song here. Oh, I didn't see the link. It strips links out. Why did it strip the link out? And Amos timed out Total Dallas. He said, Amish these nuts. Hey, Keith, thank you for the gift of salt, man. I don't know why it didn't pop up. What the fuck? That's some bullshit. Sir, thank you for the gift of sub, my friend. I gotta share this story with you. So, my dad passed away a little over a year ago. And we just finished with, was it Dia de los Muertos? Dia de los Muertos, is that what it's called? Day of the Dead. And Nora set up a beautiful what is it, memorial, I guess? Or I want to show it to you. I'm gonna attach a couple of pictures. Let me see if I can upload this. She did a fantastic job on it. And let me see. Add pics. I think that's how you spell it. Hey, Shelby, what? Oh, snap. We got Shelby making several appearances in a row. Black Sheep is making several appearances in a row. Connie's a regular now. This is crazy talk. What is happening in my life? This is wild. It's like the old gang is back together, man. This is crazy. And some new ones. This is crazy. Connie's a regular now. Shelby's back in the mix. I'm loving this. So, Nora did what is it called? I don't know. How do you say it? How the fuck is oh, fuck, how do you say it? Whatever, Day of the Dead. Okay? I don't know how you say the shit. It is. I always mess it up. Dia de los Muertos. Okay. Day of the Dead. She did a beautiful, beautiful mural. I downloaded the pictures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'll copy those over to here. This was one of the pictures. Here we go. Let's see. That was one of the mural. Well, this is it. You'll see there's a picture of her dad and my dad in the middle. And when you do this, you always put out stuff for them that they liked. So my dad he loves scotch. Scotch. I love scotch. So we put out some scotch for him, some Glenfiddich. And her dad loved Miller Lite, so we put out some Miller Lite for him. She also put both of our cats on there, our first 2 cats that we had when we first got together. And then her favorite cat, Sarah, she loved that cat so much. She's still devastated that cat passed away. But Sarah loved to eat Funyuns. And so she put a bag of Funyuns out for Sarah. And Sebastian was our first cat. We got him shortly after we got together. He's the one on the right. And he used to love this certain kind of food. So she put that out for him. But she put so much time and so much effort into this. And it just came out. Here's another view of it. It just came out amazing. And so we had this up from the beginning all the way through until November 2nd. And we had candles up, and you leave the candles lit the whole time. We had the water and the salt, and it was just really beautiful. And it was really cool. Mark said, I was about to ask if your dad loved cat food. No, that was for the cat on the right. And the Funyuns were for the cat on the left. So she did a fantastic job putting this together. I built the little shelves for her. She saw them online, and I was like, oh, I can make them for you. She was like, they're kind of expensive. I was like, I'll make them for you. So I made the shelves for her, and she got all of this. She made the little orange things going up and put the butterflies on. She did a fantastic job on this, right? We had never done this. This is our first year having this. I loved it. And she bought all the shit. And so every day I would come home from a gig, I would say, hey, dads. Love you guys. And I'd say, hey, what's up, cats? Good to see you, kitties. So I would talk to them a little bit. Now, Nora, every time she would feed the cats, she would say, she would talk to the kitties, but she would say hello to our dads. And she would just say, hey, we miss you guys. And if you get a chance, come visit. And what that means, if you've ever watched any shows on mediums or people who talk to, people that have crossed over or whatever, there's a belief that if somebody, like if you have a loved one or a friend that has passed away, if they visit you in a dream or if you dream about them, the belief is it's really them. That oftentimes when people pass away and most often the easiest way for them to communicate with us and, visit us is in our dreams, because it's easier for us to comprehend it without freaking us out too badly. We're in a easier state mentally to accept it and to be open to it, because when we're conscious, when we're awake and conscious, we're in a different state. We're not as open to it. But it's just, that's kind of been the long held belief by many people, is that, and especially mediums and stuff like that, they'll tell you when you pass away, or when people pass away, if you dream them or you dream about them, that's them. They're visiting you. So leading up to this, we had this thing out. Nora's constantly talking to our dads, and I'm constantly talking to them. And, she kept saying, y'all come visit, y'all come visit, y'all come visit. And she would always tell that to her dad when he was in the hospital, when he was in hospice. She'd be like, make sure you come visit me in my dreams. And he would. And he actually did the night that he passed away. So she knew he had passed away before her mom called, which is crazy. So Nora's always been kind of open to this, right? She was asleep. She dreamt her dad had passed away. And then her mom called and said, your dad passed away. And she was like, I know. It was very weird. So this was, let's see. Let me get the calendar here. Get this right. So Day of the Dead's last day was Saturday, November 2nd. And she took it down on Sunday. Tony. Tony. My dad came to me in a dream. He told me to stop thinking about him. He's busy. Bro, the only thing that would be funnier than that. Oh, that's so funny. My dad came to me in a dream. He told me to turn off these goddamn lights. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, listen, Mark said, well, you got to make me reminisce about my mom and cry. Oh, listen, I'm going to try to get through this story without crying. Okay. Listen, my dad's death is still very new. And for those of y'all that know, this tattoo is the only tattoo I have. It's for my dad. It's the location of his grave at the Veteran Cemetery. So, Day of the Dead last day was November 2nd. And Nora took it all down. That was Saturday. Nora took it all down on Sunday. So, actually, I take that back. Yeah, she took it down because we did a show Monday, right? Yeah, it was last Monday that we were off, that we didn't do a show. We did a show on Monday, right? On the 4th. Did we do a show Monday? I can't remember now. We did do a show Monday. Which Monday did we not do a show? We did a show this Monday. It was last Monday that we didn't do a show. Yeah, we did do a show because Jenny, his mom, did the show. Okay, so we take it down. Nora takes it down on Sunday, right? Well, Tuesday morning. So she takes it down on Sunday. What up, Uncle Jim? I got 2 words for you. Who they? So Monday, well, Tuesday morning. My wife. So, Uncle Jim, welcome to the chat. First time chatter. This is definitely a sports talk show. But I am telling a story, that's not sports related. So welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. This is a sports talk entertainment show. I don't know how you found the show, but thanks for being here. We do a lot of sports, but we also do a lot of tomfoolery and bullshit. No, you're good, man. No. Don't say my bad. Oh, no. Hell no. That's what I love, bro. No, please. Come in and talk your shit. But it's just, I wanted you to know so you weren't like, am I in the wrong thing? No. We're definitely about to get into all the NFL talk and all that. I didn't want you to be like, what the hell is this? So I just wanted you to know, like, hang tight because we're definitely going to get into that. I just wanted to finish this story before we jump into NFL talk because we're going to get into that. And I'm going to do NFL Midseason Awards and all that. I just happen to be right here for right now. I'm telling a story about my dad, my wife talking to my dad. Hang tight. So we did the Day of the Dead mural. She takes it down Sunday. Tuesday morning, my wife wakes up and says, I had the weirdest dream last night. She said, I dreamed that your dad, I dreamed that I talked to your dad. And as I said earlier, you know, if you ever been into this or you've, studied or read about it or watched stuff about it, psychics or I'm not psychics, but mediums and other people believe if you dream about people that have passed away, that's them coming to visit. That's them actually, visiting you. So she says Tuesday morning, she goes, I dreamed about your dad. I had a dream that he visited. I was like, really? She goes, yeah, it was weird. I dreamed that he left a message on an answering machine. And I picked it up, or I listened to the message, and he was like, hey, this is Truman, which was my dad's name. He said, I was just calling to check in on Susan and Phoebe. Susan is my stepmom, and Phoebe is their dog. So he goes, I just wanted to check in on Susan and Phoebe. And so Nora said, when I heard that, I picked up the phone. And I said, hey, it's Nora. And he goes, oh, hey, Nora, it's Truman. I was checking in on Susan and Phoebe. She goes, oh, hey, let me, something about, I don't know, let me get something. He goes, well, I want to give you a number. He said, I'm with Gordon. Let me give you a number. And she said the number, she said it was staticky on the phone, but the only numbers that she got was a 3 and a 7 and a 6 and a 4 or a 9. She can't remember which, but she remembers seeing the numbers, and it was in the shape of a 4 or a 9, but she wasn't sure. But she said it was staticky, but that she said that he said something about Gordon, and she remembers seeing those 4 numbers that she wrote down. And then she hung up, and she said she ended up being in some sort of like cabin-ish, like a cabin, or she found herself in like this cabin type thing. And she looked outside, and she said it was beautiful. She sees this kind of mountainous thing, and she said, I walked outside, and she said, babe, it was so beautiful. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. She was like, it was like nothing, we watched shows and stuff on like the planet Earth and all that. She goes, this wasn't anything I've ever seen before. It was something more beautiful than anything I've ever seen here, or anything I've ever seen in like a National Geographic. It wasn't of this earth. She goes, but I walked outside, and it was so beautiful. It was literally breathtaking. And she says, I'm looking around, and what I realized, I'm looking at this thing. I'm looking at something that I can't really make out what it is, but it's beautiful. And she said, and then I realized it was a grave. She was like, I realized it was your dad's grave. And then my alarm went off, and I woke up, and I was like, wow, that's deep, man. I was like, that's crazy. She was like, yeah, that was the whole dream. And I was like, well, that's pretty crazy. I was like, I wonder who Gordon is, and I wonder what those numbers mean. She goes, I don't know, but that was the whole dream. But he said, he called, and he was just checking on Susan and Phoebe, and those were the numbers. And he said something about being with Gordon. I was like, well, I'll call Susan and see if she knows a Gordon maybe that's passed away. So I didn't get a chance to call her Wednesday or yesterday. So oh, that's a good question, Cece. No, because she said she was already off the phone at that time. So I think she said she was just kind of walking around when she saw like the beautiful place, then the grave, and then her alarm went off, and that's when she woke up. But I don't think the alarm. Oh, you're saying was the alarm on her phone? Yes. Yeah. So like her alarm to wake up is her phone. She uses it as an alarm, but yeah. But so I called my stepmom this morning. I was like, hey, I got some like random question for you. So I kind of give her the whole spiel about the Day of the Dead and how Nora's been talking to, both of our dads for a while and saying, come visit, come visit. Oh, the sound of the alarm being a part of the dream. No, because I think the alarm came after she had hung up the phone with him, because she said that once they stopped talking, she went outside and that's when she saw the beautiful place and she was not sure what it was or where she was. And then she said she looked down and realized it was a grave. And that's when she realized it was his grave. But that was after she was off the phone with him. And then she heard her alarm and woke up. So I tell my stepmom the background, right? Day of the Dead, the whole thing. And how Nora keeps, every day. Every time Nora would feed the cats, which was at least once, sometimes twice a day, she would talk to them and say, come visit. So Susan's like, oh, that's nice. Well, then I asked her, I tell her about the dream up to the part where I say, people believe that when you dream about people that have passed away, that's really them. And she goes, I've heard that before. And I was like, so, chances are maybe Dad went and visited Nora. Why Nora? I don't know. I said, but I have a question for you. Do you know anybody named Gordon? And my stepmom goes, yeah, I know somebody with the last name Gordon, but... And then it got real quiet. And she goes, oh my God. I was like, what? And she goes, our lake house is in Gordon, Texas. And he loved that place. And I was like, what? Oh, and I left out a point. I'm so sorry. He said when Nora picked up the phone. So he said, I'm calling to check in on Susan and Phoebe. And that's when my wife was like, oh, and she picked up the phone. She goes, oh, hey, it's Nora. And he goes, hey, it's Truman. I was just calling to check on Nora and Phoebe. And she said, how are you doing? He said, I'm great, having a great time. Everything's fine, doing a lot of fishing. It's great. Forgot that point. Because that's when I told her that, and then she goes, oh my God. Gordon is where our lake house is. And I was like, fucking what? And she goes, yeah, Gordon, Texas is where our lake house is. And I was like, no fucking way. She was like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy. And so while I'm on the phone with her, I pull up Gordon, Texas. Now, I will remind you, what did I tell you were 3 numbers that Nora saw? 3, 7, and 6 that she saw on a piece of paper that she wrote down. And then another number was either a 4 or 9 that she couldn't make out. Do you know what the zip code is for Gordon, Texas? 76453. I was like, you ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. How in the fuck did she get 3 numbers out of the 4 for the zip code and the name of the city where this lake house is, where my dad loved going more than any place on earth? And then she dreams that he calls and says, everything's great, doing a lot of fishing, having a great time, just calling to check on Susan and the dog. And it was just like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And it was just like, and then my stepmom's crying, obviously, as I'm telling her. I'm crying too, which I'm surprised I'm not crying now, but I think it's all right because I've already told the story. And I hate that I left that out first because it sounds like I'm making it up. Totally not. But I hate that I left that out first, but it's 1,000% true. And she goes, it's crazy because she has, started trying to date a little bit, and it's just been tough, and it's not been going well. And, you know, she's struggling, as anybody who has been with someone for 40 years of their life, I think they were together. And she was like, you know, I've been really lonely. And, you know, she had a really good friend from high school. This stuff happened. And she goes, this week has just been awful. Something happened with my sister, my little sister. And, you know, she's like, something happened on Sunday with somebody. Something happened on Monday with somebody. And she's like, this has been one of the lowest points, honestly, since your dad passed away. So of all the times for him to come through and check on me, I was like, that's just fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's just crazy. And she was like, and I was like, well, it's what it is. I mean, I honestly believe that's what it was. I was like, you know, it makes you think, why her? But I think Nora has always been kind of open to that. Nora's always been kind of receptive to that. Like I said, she dreamt that her dad had passed away before she knew he passed away. And then her mom wakes her up and says, your dad passed away. She was like, yeah, I kind of know. I was talking to him. It was like, what? But she's always, you know, she's always had a fascination with it. It kind of got me fascinated with it, but it was just, there's just no way. Nora knew that they had a lake. I didn't even know where it was. I didn't even know, because I'm thinking Gordon is a person. That's why I was like, do you know a Gordon? And she was like, I know somebody with the last name Gordon, but, and then she was like, what the, oh my God. That was wild. It was just too much in there to be a coincidence. So, and then I was like, well, why in the fuck would he come visit you and not me? Why me? What? Why? He has not come to see me yet. I think it just has something to do with, you know, are you ready? Are you receptive? Are you open to it? And yeah, pretty interesting. And, you know, I think it's one of those things where as long as the message gets delivered, and Pot, she's better looking. I think as long as the message gets delivered, and I think sometimes they know better over there and they understand, hey, this is a better choice to do it this way, or I don't know, but pretty dope, pretty cool. And I'm really happy that, you know, maybe that gave my stepmom some solace, and maybe gave her a little bit of happiness to know that maybe he is still watching and looking out for her. Fella! Thank you for the 500 bits, my friend. Philip said, happy almost Friday, fam. Packing for tomorrow's flight to Florida. Just here to lurk and listen. Well, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the 500 bits. Shelbsters, thank you for the 300 bits, sweetie. Spoon, what's up, homie? Nah, you're good. I saw your stuff. You're good. I was talking about my stepmom, not Jenny's mom, but it's all the same. You can still fight for my stepmom. She's a sweetheart. And Nora said something that I thought was pretty sweet. That I'm going to try to say without getting too emotional. Jared, you keep cussing out A&M. He's never coming to hang out with you. That's true. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna be able to say it. It's all right. Hey, yo, what up, Sensei Bullrock? It's all good, homie. All good, man. I appreciate you, brother. Happy to do the raid, man. I'm sorry it was during the countdown intro. That sucked. But I hope some folks stuck around. I hope so. Dug the countdown music, though. That shit was wild. But, yeah. All right, let's get into some sports. Let's have some upbeat convo. But just know, man, That shit was crazy. What up, Perry? Good to see you, homie. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Let's see. I got for those of you that just popping in, we were talking about what led up to this was my wife did the Day of the Dead stuff. And so if you didn't see it, I just want to brag one more time. This was the Day of the Dead murals that she put out for her dad, my dad, and our 2 cats that we got when we first got together. So she did a good job on it. It looks really badass. She did a great job. All that she went out and bought and put all that shit together. So super proud of it. She did fantastic. So good for her. All right, let's get into your sports headlines, and then we'll get into my mid-season awards in the NFL. Let's go! All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Man, this does not sound good. They're saying that part of Dak Prescott's hamstring pulled off the bone. What? Bro, that sounds awful. That sounds terrible. They say he's likely out longer than 4 weeks. It says he's not yet been put on injured reserve. If he is, he would sit out minimum 4 games, which could keep him out till December 9th against the Bengals. Should such a move be made, 2 sources said Prescott probably would need a longer recovery than 4 weeks. He was hurt on a 5-yard scramble. Quote, I felt it when I was getting up from the run. Can't even say that I felt it running. The tackle made something on maybe something on the tackle. Yeah, I don't know. But when I was standing up, I felt something actually. And then he kind of said, a lot of times you feel different things and they kind of go away. But he had an MRI on Monday. And that's when the quarterback will be that's when they found out the quarterback will be out several weeks. So now it's down to Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. This was a quote from Mike McCarthy. Cooper's been great in getting Dak ready to play, and now Dak, there'll be some role reversal there. Rush's temperament is excellent. I would say he's an even killed as an individual, especially at quarterback. As even killed as an individual, especially at quarterback, that I've had the opportunity to work with. Cerebral, smart. He gives you the flexibility to continue to play. I think that's what you want in all your quarterbacks. You don't want to get into a spot where you have to change a bunch of things offensively because who's behind center. Is that a shot at Trey Lance? Or is that just trying to pump everybody up for Cooper Rush? Is that what that is? It kind of feels somewhat as a slight to Trey Lance because it's like, well, if Trey comes in, we got to change shit up and tell the O-line, get ready because he's going to run around. It's going to be a whole different kind of offense. So, this is kind of interesting. But look, that's coach speak. That's Mike McCarthy trying to put on a good face. He's like, we're so happy to have Cooper. I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh, it's great. Cut. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's all it is, He's trying to make the best out of a worst situation. No one wants to go into battle with their backup quarterback. But you don't go into the press and go, fuck! Oh, God! Cooper Rush? Really? Really? Cooper? Name one quarterback named Cooper that's been good. For fuck's sake, his name is Rush. I couldn't get Cooper past. No, I got Cooper Rush. Great. Fuck. You can't do that. So you got to put on a good face and be like, well, name something good about Cooper Rush. He's cerebral. Really? That's the That's the positive that you got. Oh, look, Skiggity, I'm not saying, this is so funny. This is so funny. I love it. I love it. I love that this is going to be the argument. He's a good backup. There's a word you used there. 2 words, I guess. You used there. Backup. Backup. Well, his record when he was a backup. Well, if he's so fucking good, why isn't he a starter somewhere? I get it. Anybody that's a good backup just means he's serviceable. Because if he was good, he'd be a starter. But he's not at least good enough to be a starter on one of the 32. And we're talking about teams that had fucking Bryce Young. Like, that's... CC, I hate it here. Listen, CC, you know me. I love me some Dak Prescott. I defend him in this chat and on this show all the time. That's why I'm saying, look, it's just bad luck for this team. But don't try to sugarcoat Cooper Rush for me. That would be like if CJ Stroud goes down and everybody's like, well, Davis Mills, look at all the experience he has. Look at that neck. I mean, he can see over the line. Get out of here with that bullshit. Stop it. There's a reason he's not starting anywhere. I mean, ugh. Sente Borok said Nick Foles was a good backup. He won a Super Bowl for his team. If he can't win you games, he ain't any good. Skiggity says, how many NFL teams have a first string QB as a backup? I don't understand your point. That is my point. Is there such a thing as a good backup? They're a backup. It's an oxymoron. Isn't it? They're a backup. I mean, I guess as far as backups go, they're all good. Okay, well, now you're getting way out there, sir. Now you're getting way out there. They're the best in the world. Jesus Christ. Relative to what? Oh, my. Okay. Now you're splitting hairs. Yes, if you play in the NFL, you're good. Compared to the person you're backing up, you're not. And that matters. Are they going to be better than the defense they're facing and the opposing court? No. Are they going to be good enough to win teams? No. Or win games? No. It's just not the case. Listen, y'all can drop all these fucking names you want with the Geno Smiths and the Sam Darnolds and the Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a rookie. That's why he was a backup. Don't start that shit. Listen, Cooper Rush ain't a rookie. Don't come at me with that garbage. Don't come at me with that. Don't start that. And what we're talking about is Cooper Rush is not the next Geno Smith. Okay? Don't. Listen, you guys can try that shit all you want. Cooper Rush is not the next Sam Darnold. And don't look now, but Sam Darnold's coming back down to earth a little. Okay? Nice try, guys. Nice try. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. You guys understand, yes, there are some guys who are backups, and they're backups because Aaron Rodgers was a backup. Yeah, I get that. But some guys are starters that are waiting to become starters, so they're backups until the other starter. Cooper Rush ain't that. There's a difference between a starter that's waiting for his time, so he's a backup until he becomes a starter. But then there's guys that are just like, man, I'm just fucking getting a check. I'm just hanging in, getting a check. I'm never going to be a starter in this league. That's Cooper Rush. That's Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush is not Kurt Warner. Cooper Rush is not Aaron Rodgers. Jesus Christ. You guys always are just like, oh, I got him. I got him. Y'all are splitting hairs. This is crazy, man. You guys are always looking for a chance to get the host. This ain't that. This ain't that. If Cooper Rush is so great, look. Can Cooper Rush win games? Yeah, he's done it. Sure, he's done it. Well, then why in the fuck didn't he get picked up and go somewhere else? Why in the fuck didn't the Panthers just say, hey, give us that? Oh, Andy Dalton's a backup. Hey, Andy Dalton was a starter. I mean, if I have to sit here and argue and explain this to you, what the fuck? Why are we even talking about it? If you guys really can't decipher the difference of what I'm saying, it's crazy. No, you didn't say that, Skiggity. Don't you come at me with that. Don't you start backstroking now, Skiggity. All I said is I don't understand your point. He's a backup for a reason. That's it. No, you didn't. You said he's good. That's what you said. You didn't say all that. He's a backup for a reason. You never said that. You said he's good. You said he's good. Listen, there's nothing wrong. Man, they always say this. The most popular dude in town is the backup QB, especially on teams that struggle. Skiggity. Look it up, funny man. Rush is not Fitzmagic. Absolutely not. How dare you, sir? Alex, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you besmirch the good name of the intelligent Viking, Ryan Fitzmagic? How dare you, sir? I did. Name a backup that should be a starter. Oh, you're right. I did say that. And some of those names were starters that became backups and then became starters again. So they were starters and then they became backups and then they became starters again. So they were starters, they got demoted and then got promoted again. But there are some guys that Cooper Rush was never a starter, who then was like, let's give him some time and get him some seasoning, and then he'll be a starter again. Because all those names that y'all threw out, that was that. Unless it was an Aaron Rodgers situation. Kind of like a daytime stripper. Oh, Todd. What up, Todd? That's a great one. Daytime strippers. That's strong. Okay, Podge. Don't make me come through this fucking chat, slap the shit out of you. Starter in the XFL? I swear to God. Suppose just throwing out random ass names now. Tyler Thigpen? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Todd, no, Todd, you gave up strippers. Yeah, Todd, you're on the wagon. You're on the wagon, Todd. You're on the wagon. Do not relapse, Todd. Do not relapse. Okay? No relapse. All right. Well, maybe I should clarify. Fuck. Okay. Most backups in this league are backups for a reason. Is that better, chat? Do I have to be that fucking specific? Most backups in this league are backups for a reason. Because they're never going to be good enough to be a starter on an NFL team. That's Cooper Rush. Better? Are we better now? I mean, could we not have picked that up from the fucking context clues of what I was saying to begin with? Okay, fine. If I got to spell it out for you and dumb it down for some of you in the chat, I can certainly do that. Jesus Christ. Skiggity, you're smarter than that. You're smarter than that. I know you are. Well, maybe you're not. I don't know. I mean, I know Clarence isn't, but I know the rest. Clarence is like, hey, what the fuck? That's what you get for beating me in fantasy, ho. Bitch asshole. Half the starters in the league are backups. What are you talking about? Oh, fuck's sake. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. You guys, I don't. Clarence, I told you what you did. You beat me in fantasy. You beat me in fantasy. All right? You beat me in fantasy and you catch strays. That's the rules. All right? That's the rules. Sorry. Anyways, the point is the Cowboys are fucked. All right? Cowboys are fucked. That's probably true, Skiggity. I talked all this shit, and Cooper Rush is going to throw for 8 bajillion yards. He's going to rush for 11 touchdowns. Yeah. It's going to be, let's go look at his stats for his career. Let's do a Cooper Rush breakdown, huh? Who doesn't want to do that? Who's not excited about a Cooper Rush breakdown? I'll tell you one guy that's looking forward to it. This guy. Let me go start Cooper real fast in fantasy. And you know it. And you know this, man. Here we go. Cooper Rush. Look at that. Games played 2. 1 attempt, or 3 attempts, 1 completion. A QBR of 1. Yeah, watch out. Skiggity. No, I'm going to hear about how you're right on Monday. 2021, 5 games. He was 30 of 47, 422 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 empty. That's respectable. 9 games in 2022, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Okay. 7 games in 2023, 18 of 24, 144 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. This year he's played in 4 games, 22 completions, 39 attempts, 56 completion rate, 167 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, 60% completion rate for his career, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Man, you know what? I stand corrected. That is fucking backup numbers. Fucking backup numbers. Jesus Christ. Skiggity. That's it. I'm starting him over Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. But he's good, though. But he's good. According to Skiggity and 5/3 of the chat. Anyways. Sensei. Look at that sweet 56.4% completion rate. Man. Yes, Todd, 5/3. Math is not my strong suit, Todd. I'm a funny man, not a thinker. All right? Stop it. Leave me out of this. Other headlines for you. Well, I just have the one. But don't look now. But the Panthers' comeback starts now. Okay. I didn't say 3/5. I said 5/3. So I would never say 3/5. Not me. Nope. Nope. Panthers leading rusher, Chuba Hubbard, has signed a 4-year extension worth $37.2 million, $15 million guaranteed. And he might be the lone bright spot on the Panthers. 5th in the league in rushing. Raise your hand if you would have guessed that Chuba Hubbard was 5th in the league in rushing with 685 yards. And what's crazy is it's not even close after that. Like, Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley are just lapping the competition. In fact, I'll show you. This is, I didn't realize just, let's see. I didn't realize just how significant the gap was between those two and everybody else. Look at that. Derrick Henry has 1,052 yards. Now, he's played in 9 games. He's averaging 6.3 a carry, 11 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 116 a game. Saquon Barkley's played in 8 games. He's averaging 115 a game. He's got 6 touchdowns, though. Josh Jacobs is 3rd, 762 yards through 9 games. Look at the difference. That's, 300 yards, and they've both played the same amount of games. And then Jordan Mason has played in 1 less game, but Saquon Barkley has him by a pretty significant amount, same amount of games. Chuba Hubbard is 5th in the league in rushing, top 5 running back in the league as far as rushing yards go. And he is 400 yards behind Derrick Henry. Same amount of games. That is insane what Derrick Henry is doing. Insane. Whoever said he was washed is a moron. Shut up, Titan Hugo. You don't need to bring up the past. Listen, sometimes you can't be right all the time. All right? Sometimes I'm going to have some dumb takes. It doesn't happen often. Most of the time, they're great. That was not one of them, apparently. He looked like it. Stupid Jerry, I hate you. Not you, Bookachu. She hates Jerry. Anyways. Clarence, don't pick the scab. Don't pick the scab, Clarence. She's right there. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Spoon. I'm kind of with you. Spoon said, I totally thought Bijan would have dominated in the league, especially on that offense, man. That Atlanta offense is kind of potent. I'm with you. And what's wild is Chuba Hubbard is 5th in the league in rushing. Anybody want to guess where the Panthers are as a team in rushing? If I made you guess, top 3rd, middle 3rd, bottom 3rd. Put a 1 if you think it's top 3rd, 2 if it's middle 3rd, 3 if it's bottom 3rd. One if it's top 3rd, 2 if it's middle 3rd, 3 if it's bottom 3rd. If the Lions would stop letting David Montgomery touch the ball, Gibbs would be up there. Yeah, no shit, right? And as a Jahmyr Gibbs owner, it's pissing me off. Pissing me off! Look at Joe Mixon, 12th in the league in rushing, and he's only played in 6 games. Imagine what he could do. 101 a game. Okay. I dig it. All right, we've got Spoon says top 3rd. Potch says bottom 3rd. Jeff Bell says top 3rd. Total Dallas says middle. Heartthrob says lower middle. Yeet says top 3rd. What? Oh. Clarence is still trying to talk to Todd about strippers. Total Dallas. Sometimes you can't be right all the times. 60% of the time, I'm right every time. Let's see. Anybody else? Nope. Nobody else wants to vote. Okay. Why are you yelling? I don't know. Oh, Clarence. Aaron Glenn, Saints next head coach, calling it. It's not a bad guess. Damn, Kareem Hunt, plus 400 yards and 5 touchdowns in 5 games. Yeah, there's another one I whiffed on so far. Yeah, D-Hop too. My ability to assess washed NFL players is not the best. I will say that. Not the best. Pretty much everyone I've said is washed so far. Look, I'll tell you this. All right, I'm right about a lot of things. You guys just won't admit it, nor give me credit. But I am right about a lot of things. And this is just happens to not be a show that thousands and thousands of people. I'm going back to it, Potch. God damn it, give me a second. I'm right about a lot of things. This is just not a show that thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people listen to, so it doesn't get the kind of run. Like, well, that guy really knows his shit. But I miss, like everybody. Not perfect. But if I ever say that one of your favorite team's older players is washed, rest assured he's going to go off. You are in for a hell of a season. If old Lamanek says, well, that guy is washed, fuck yeah. Celebrate, superstar. It's on. I just miss, man. It seems like every time I say it, they just go off. Every time. I'm just gonna stop saying it. I'm just gonna stop saying it. Actually, I think I could use this. To our advantage. Let me yeah. I could use this to our advantage. Hold on. Let me get over here. Since we're talking some shit about Joe Flacco. Barry, tell me two is washed. I'm not using my powers for you slack bastards. Give me a minute. Man, that Robert Woods, that fella's washed. Jesus, man, what a washed piece of garbage that guy is. Whoo, boy. And Robert Woods is washed. Golly. You hate to see it. That old Jarrett Patterson, if he plays this week, watch out, because boy, is he washed. Well, that's right. All right, so the answer to your question that I asked, the Panthers are... Amos, please say Derek Carr. Please say Derek Carr. Please say Derek Carr. No, he's great. Derek Carr is phenomenal. The answer is lower third. Panthers are like 7th from the bottom in rushing. In fact, I can pull up the stats. We saw the rushing. Go to team complete rushing yards. There they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. They are the 8th lowest team in rushing. Houseway. You have the 5th highest rate. You have the 5th most rushing yards. You have the running back with the 5th most rushing yards in the league. And yet somehow you're the 7th lowest rushing attack in the league. How bad are you, Carolina? Jesus, man. That's just what? I mean, that's not having a running quarterback. It's not having, good backups, but God damn. What are we doing? You had to been good for more than one season. Huh? Well, if Barry says Carr is great, he's going to have an Alex Smith injury on Sunday. Shut up. Shut it up. I'm not that jinxified. Yeah. So that's kind of surprised me when I saw that, because I was like, oh, wow. How can the Panthers be so bad with that good of a rushing attack? And then I kind of went to this. I was like, whoa. I'm looking up top. I'm like, well, where are they? I don't see them anywhere on here. And then I had to scroll the bottom. I was like, well, some bitch. They're bad. So there you go. All right. Well, there's your sports headlines for the day. Now let's get to my my midseason awards, because I know you're all on pins and needles about this. I know you're like, oh, well, what does Barry think? That's what I need to know. What is his awards? Because this is so important. I know it is. And I didn't have time for like super duper fancy graphics. Okay. I didn't have time. Oh, man, I didn't even move the damn. I didn't have time for super duper fancy graphics. All right. I didn't. Bryce Young sacked 82 times for minus 300 yards. Oh, that could be it. That definitely could be it. Yeah, D'Angelo Williams is their backup too. Yeah. But still. I wonder who's the most sacked quarterback besides CJ. Let's see. Sat. Damn. CJ's second. Deshaun Watson, 33. No. Well, I guess if we added them up, let's see. Oh, I gotta go to show more. What the frick? Do you have to qualify for this? This is weird. Okay. I'm not seeing Andy Dalton or Bryce Young on this list. Oh, there's Bryce Young. Bryce Young was sacked 10 times. I mean, that's kind of pedestrian, actually. Where's Andy Dalton has been sacked 7 times. So between the two of them, they've been sacked 17 times. Yeah, that's nothing. Is Watson washed? The jury's still out. Double entendre. Nailed it. God, I'm good. Man. Fucking. You guys are lucky to have me. Who else does it like this? Nobody. Oh my God. Who else would have came up with that? Did I just high five me? Fuck yes, I did. All right. Here's my 3 awards for the week. Or the midseason awards for the week. Dipshit. Nailed it was another one. What? What? Well, nailed it was another what? Was another what? Nailed it was another what? Another what? Say. All right. It's pretty simple. Anybody disagree with these 3? So far, through half a season, the MVP in the NFL is Lamar Jackson. Now, my second, and I would accept, and you might argue with me, but I would accept Josh Allen. I know some of you are like, no way. Yes way. Because if you think about it, No one, and I mean no one, expected Buffalo to be that good, losing Stephon Diggs and weapons, what weapons? And Josh Allen has played out of his mind. And if you look at his touchdown to interception ratio and just how good he's been compared to the gunslinger type mentality, and he's really improved, and his quarterback play, I think, has been even better than it has been in the past. And I think because of that, trying to pull up this, because of that, I think he deserves some serious consideration. Now, I don't think over Lamar Jackson, not at this point. No, you couldn't do that. Now, some people would say Jaden Daniels, but I'm not giving it to a guy who's also going to get Rookie of the Year. I'm not going to do it. Could you make that argument? Yes. Yes, you could. Because how good is Washington without him? That's a really good argument. But I don't know. I can't. If you want to give him like offensive player of the year or some shit like that, cool. But I can't put him ahead of Lamar Jackson. It's not a terrible argument though, right? And the other one that I think I would take besides Lamar and Josh Allen is Jared Goff. Listen, the Lions are stout. They're rolling, and he's playing well. So I think that is your four horsemen of MVP candidates. No, I don't have Derrick Henry in the top 4, top 2. I don't. And the reason is, and this is, I hate this. I hate it, but it's just the truth. It is really, really difficult for a non-quarterback to win this award. It's just damn near impossible in 2024. And you look at it and you go, well, if not Derrick Henry in this year, then when and who? Exactly. It is a QB award. And the reason, as much as you don't like it, the reason is because of just how important the position is, just how vital to the offense the position is, just how involved the position is. It's the captain, right? And by captain, I don't mean like the C on the chest captain. I mean like they get to the line and their job is not just to throw the ball and hand it off. Their job is to read the defense and decide what play they're going to run. Are we going to run the play that was called? Are we going to get out of that play and run a different play? Which side are we going to run the play to? Do we need to change the protection scheme or the blocking scheme for the running back? Do we need to move some receivers around? Do we need to shift to see what the defense is doing? Is it going to be man? Is it going to be zone? And then you have to make reads on the fly and be on the same page with your receiver. Hey, look, the defender's playing off on you, so instead of going deep, I just know you're going to run a stop route. I mean, like, there's a lot to it, as opposed to, yeah, Derrick Henry, it's tough. He's a different kind of dude. But Derrick Henry basically has 2 jobs. He's got to see the hole, hit the hole, and occasionally he's got to protect and block and pass pro. That's it. He doesn't have to make a ton of decisions. He doesn't have to, get them in and out of plays. He doesn't have to. I mean, to be honest with you, the center position on the football team has more responsibility and is involved more in the offense than the running back is. Honestly. The center is involved more than the running back. The center gets to the line. He's reading the defense. He's calling offensive line protection schemes and blocking. I mean, the running back's job is to get the ball, get in the hole, and run. It's, he's not changing it. He's being told what to do, and he does it. It's hard, listen, I'm not discounting what Derrick Henry's done. I'm a big fan of what he's done. It's huge. But if you take Derrick Henry off the Ravens, they're still good. But if you take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens, it's a different team. You take a running back off of any team in the NFL, they can still win. Take a look at the Texans. They lost Joe Mixon. It was different. It was a struggle. But they could still win, and they did. But you take CJ Stroud off the Texans, good luck. You going to plug in Davis Mills even if you got Joe Mixon? Good luck. Who's the backup in Baltimore? I don't even know who the backup in Baltimore is. But I'd be willing to bet you if you swapped Lamar Jackson for whoever the backup is and kept Derrick Henry, as opposed to keeping Lamar Jackson and using a backup running back, they're better off with Lamar Jackson and the backup running back. And that's why the MVP, in 97% of the time, will go to a quarterback. Last three were AP, LT, and Sean Alexander. Oh, wow. Adrian Peterson won it 12 years ago. Yeah. Tomlinson, and I bet you would have to go and look. I would love to see what their stats were. Man, Sean Alexander was so fun to watch to me. He was. But see, and the other thing is this, man. You got to remember, too, back then, Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Alexander, that was a different kind of offensive era. That was not the same kind of offensive era we're in now. We are in a pass-first offensive era. We are that was back then when offenses didn't run from shotgun predominantly, right? It was under center. Everything was predicated off the run. Yeah, you ran some 3 receiver sets. There wasn't this spread offense. There wasn't the RPOs. It was a different kind of offense. It was a running back centric, run oriented offense and run oriented league. And so it made more sense that running backs stood a chance of winning an MVP every now and then. But we are so far now, so much more of a passing league than it's ever been, that it's even harder now for these other positions to win because it's even more reliant on good quarterback play. Now, if we get back to, because it's cyclical, it's going to shift, right? I mean, if you think about it, it always does because teams adjust. Here's my philosophy. And I said this before, and I think you'll find you guys can clip this. You can write it down, put it in your little diary, and come back in 15 years or 10 years or whatever it changes. I probably won't be doing this show, but email me, text me, hit me up on whatever weird AI social media platform there is, and you can tell me I was right. But this is what's going to happen. Everybody adjusts. It's the whole name of the game. So right now, you're seeing where it's a pass-happy, pass-first league. And what you're seeing teams do on defense is they're loading up on cornerbacks and secondary. That's what they're drafting. Pass rush and secondary. Pass rush and secondary. Because forever, teams were, defensive line and linebackers, because they were trying to stop all these badass running backs that teams were going after, because that's the kind of offense that teams ran. They were getting Earl Campbell's and Walter Payton's and Emmitt Smith's, and good luck stopping them. And so they went out and got a bunch of run-stopping defenders. And so teams went, oh, so you're really good on the interior? Let's just go spread you out and start airing it out. Now you got to catch up to us. And now defenses are slowly just getting that way. And so offenses are going to go, oh, you're good in the secondary? Let's run it. Let's get them in the middle where they're weaker. This is cyclical. It's a cat and mouse game. So offenses are always going to adjust first. Defenses are going to have to catch up. It's going to go back and forth. I mean, it's not something that happens overnight. But watch. Just watch. It'll come back around. I promise. But the one constant will always be good quarterback play. Without that, I don't give a fuck what you run. It ain't going to work. And that's why there will always be predominantly MVPs as a quarterback, or quarterbacks as the MVP. LJ takes himself out starting playoffs. I don't know what that means. I don't disagree with you, Perry. I'm that guy. Look, I don't disagree with you. Perry said his job description shouldn't, I think is what you meant, shouldn't hinder him from whatever award he deserves. I don't disagree with you. But I'm also that guy that says, look, the letter in MVP that often gets ignored is value. That oftentimes when these awards are given out, it gets ignored most. And this becomes either popularity or best instead of valuable. And so it should be the most best player. I'm not an English major. Most outstanding player. Oh, so the word value is the key, but it's often the most overlooked. So instead of most outstanding player, you get, or instead of most valuable, you end up getting most outstanding. Because from a value perspective, yes, a lot of times the quarterback still is the most valuable. And in football, they tend to get it right the most often. Where it's not where it's not gotten right the most often is in baseball or basketball. But in football, it's usually, you can count on the value of the quarterback and the job that they do. And again, I'll say this. I do agree with you about job description should not factor in. But I'll ask you, Perry, answer honestly. Are the Ravens a better team? Let me do this. Hold on. So I ask you this, Perry. Who holds more value? Are the Ravens a better team, or do they have a better chance of winning if the starting lineup is Lamar Jackson, Justice Hill, Zay Flowers, Deontay Johnson, and Rashad Bateman with Mark Andrews? Or Josh Johnson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Deontay Johnson, and Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews? I mean, that's just the unfortunate truth of it. The value on that offense is Lamar Jackson. And truthfully, it is Lamar Jackson because he is so dynamic in what he can do, right? I mean, he's so good at running the ball, throwing the ball, He's a special dude, man. There's a reason he's already won a couple. He's a special, special player. So, Titan Hugo said, we've seen how far Lamar goes by himself. Yeah. And remember, MVP is not a postseason award, buddy. MVP is not a postseason award. And yeah, I don't disagree with you. It is, it's not indicative of what these guys will do in the postseason. But you got to get there first. And while it's an individual award, I don't give a shit how good you are. There's still 10 other players on that side of the ball and 11 on the other side. And I'll be honest with you. The Ravens get to the playoffs. I feel like if the Ravens don't make it to the AFC Championship game, and if the Ravens don't make it to the Super Bowl, I don't think it'll be because of Lamar Jackson. That defense is not that good this year. That's crazy. And that's a great point, Amos. I don't disagree with you on that. Henry will be the Ravens' most valuable player when the weather changes. Solid point. Don't disagree with that. Yeah. Behan said if Lamar wins, that means he'll be tied with Brady with 3. Special dude, man. Special player. Probably doesn't get the run and credit he deserves for that. My rookie of the year, it's not even close. Not even close. It's hands down. It's Jaden Daniels in a runaway, in a landslide. I mean, it's honestly, I said I wouldn't give him MVP, but he is 100% in the discussion. 100%. He's going to get votes. He's going to be in consideration. He's going to be. I hate you so much, Skiggity. I swear to God, I wish there was a timeout left so somebody in the chat could time your stupid ass out. Skiggity, what are the odds Cooper Rush gets MVP this year? I hate you so much, Skiggity. Punch yourself in the face. Yeah, Jaden Daniels, hands down. It's not even a question. I mean, I don't even know what the odds are for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody else is even coming close. I mean, I'm looking for like other names. Who was that? Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah, I don't. Nope. Oh, nope. So, Coach of the Year, I went with Dan Campbell. And none of you have sung my praises. None of you have patted me on the back. None of you have high-fived me. None of you have said anything, really, that should be said and should acknowledge what I say. Oh, Dan Quinn. I said Dan Campbell. Did I say Dan Campbell? I said Dan Campbell. It should be noted and acknowledged that I did not pick Mike Tomlin. And I don't think you guys understand how difficult that was. at this point, I mean, the case could be made that Mike Tomlin does deserve it. B. Hannon keeps bringing up John Harbaugh, who's doing a pretty good damn job with the Chargers too. Quietly out there on the West Coast. Yeah, that's so true, Perry. Jane Daniels could miss the rest of the season. He'd probably still win Rookie of the Year. Harbaugh's doing a pretty damn good job with the Chargers. Yup. But he's got a franchise QB out there and one hell of a defense. Mike Tomlin, on the other hand, what's he working with? He got a hell of a defense. Don't get me wrong. Hell of a defense. But he was doing it with Justin Fields. A backup that was a starter. Don't start with me, chat. Okay? All of y'all can jump up my butt and fight for air. But yes, I was about to, and then I was like, you know what? You just can't deny how good the Lions are. And it's almost like one of those things where Dan Campbell deserves it, not just for this year, but what he's done getting the Lions to this point and building them to this point. So it's almost like you have to give him his flowers. He's had to bite a lot of kneecaps to get here. Okay? And I think he deserves it so far. But there are others to consider. Tomlin is certainly one of them. And yes, Dan Quinn in Washington has done a hell of a job. Why am I blanking on the old boy in Minnesota? God bless. Kevin. Oh my God. Old boy in Minnesota. I'm forgetting his name right now. He deserves some run. Kevin, I don't know why I keep thinking Stefanski. That's not him. He's going to get fired. Shit. I got to Google it. Kevin, oh shit. O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell. Oh God. Don't even have to look up. Thank God. Kevin O'Connell. He deserves some run. But you got to give it to, thank you, Spoon. Yep, you guys are split second late. Could have used you 3 seconds ago. But you got to give it to Dan Campbell, I think. Just, they're that good. They're that good. But that could be a close call. That could be a close race. Because all those names that I just gave you kind of deserve it in some form or fashion. O'Connell deserves it. Although Vikings feel like they might be fading a little bit. Sam Darnold's losing a little bit of his magic. Titan Hugo, Robert Saleh. Yeah, Sam Darnold's losing a little bit of his magic. Amos said, nope, that's his name now. Old boy in Minnesota. Yeah. But Kevin O'Connell, Dan Quinn in Washington, Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, and Dan Campbell. Yeah. So there's my midseason awards. Anybody disagree with anything? Yo, Dre, what up? You all right, player? You good, pimp? You good? You okay, player? Okay, well, at least we know Spoon is smart. He agrees with me. Oh, let's get it! Appreciate you, Cisco. Cisco said, I'll catch the replay. Time to get to work on this steering wheel for Barry on deck. Yeah! Bro, I'm telling you, man. Tell him we got millions. Don't let him look, but tell him we got thousands of, viewers. Crazy. I can make some shit up. Let him know. Yeah, see, I ain't getting all that. Defensive coach of the year, offensive player of the year. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about all that. No, we ain't doing all that. But yeah, you could get into all that, but yeah. All right, time to switch gears for a second. And then we're going to, oh, God damn, it's already 4:37. What? All right, we got to do fantasy. I was going to show you some bullshit and fun stuff. Can we change spoon to spork? All right. I just timed Total Dallas out for 10 minutes. I'm not putting up with that shit. Listen, I love you, Total Dallas. You're a wonderful human being. I love you. But I'll be goddamn if I sit on this show and put up with some corny ass, bullshit ass joke like that in the chat. I'm just not. I have to put up with some of your shit, some of your corny jokes, and some of them are good. And some of them are not. That was a new low for you, bro. Perry's like, I thought my screen froze. Perry's like, damn, I thought my screen froze. I'm not. Listen, man, I am a professional stand-up comedian, man. You can't be coming on my show, in my chat, bringing that weak sauce. All right? I'm not going to tolerate that. You're going to come in here making ha-has. You better bring it. I'm not tolerating this bullshit. You know, like you got funny people in this chat. You gotta step it up. CC kills it in here, man. Tony kills it in here making funny jokes. He coming in here with them nursery rhyme ass mealy mouth bullshit jokes. No. Joe Pro. And the 3-time repeat timeout champion of all time is Total Dallas. I love him, though. I love him. I do. I love him. Sometimes listen, man, sometimes there's a teachable moment. And as a teacher, he knows this. And I think he can appreciate it. I guess we won't know for another 9 minutes and 14 seconds. PP Dubs, Total Dallas is 95-5 bad joke to good joke ratio. Look, I'm gonna lift the timeout ban. I just consider that a shot across the bow. All right, it's been lifted. Just let that be a warning. Listen, man. Don't be coming in here. That corny shit. The ban has been lifted. She said when he comes back, I'm going to do it again. No. CC timed him out again. Damn it, CC. CC, you better untime him out, damn it. CC, you're an asshole. I swear to God. Oh my God, CC, you're such a dick. Oh my God, CC, you're an asshole. Oh my God. Oh shit. Now you're talking about a three-peat. Oh my God, that's so funny. Holy shit, that's so funny. Yeah, that's crazy. And now she's lurking. Lurk. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because that was wild. Flip, I pardoned him, and then Cece's like, It's like he's on death row, right? And he's getting out of the electric chair. They're like, oh, look, we got you a pardon. And they're taking it off, and somebody's like, no! God damn it! And then they just ran out of the room. She's like, gotta go by! Oh, my God. Oh, that's so funny. All right, here's a couple of fantasy updates for you. Here is your pick'em matchup, or pick'em winners from last week. The matchup was, let me find it. The past matchup last week was the Austin Isotopes versus the Slow White Broncos. And this one was interesting because it wasn't even close, the number of people that picked the Austin Isotopes. And that's skiggity, by the way. Yeah, this was a no doubter. Let me pull it up here. So, like I said, it was Skiggity versus Jeff Bell, Slow White Broncos. And, oh, shit. Where is it? Metro, son of a bitch. There we go. Week 7, 8, week 9. So, yeah, Austin Isotopes, which is Skiggity, versus Jeff Bell's Slow White Bronco. Let me sort. Three people picked Jeff Bell to win. 3 people. Keith Sager, Spoon, and Jeff Bell. That was it. 3 people. 3 people picked Jeff Bell to win. Everybody else picked Skiggity. Me, Mark, Total Dallas, Donna, Titan Hugo, CC, Jared Taylor, Chris from Sam Houston, Skiggity, SVG, which is Saul, Heartthrob, Jesus, and Alex Villanueva. We all picked Skiggity and his Austin Isotopes team to win. I mean, this predicted score was 125.91 to 116.85. That was the predictive score in the matchup. The winner was Jeff Bell. Jeff Bell won. So Jeff got a point, Keith got a point, and Spoon got a point. And that's it. 3 people got points. $16 went into the winner pot. And everybody else just ate a dick. Poor Chris. Poor Chris from Sam Houston. It looked like it was just going to be a landslide. And he still doesn't have a goddamn point. And he's been picking. It's not like he hasn't been picking. He's been picking. He's just been picking wrong. Like Rob has not made a pick all year. He's just not made a pick. Chris has been picking. Chris from Sam Houston has made picks. It's just been wrong. It's just wrong. So here's your leaderboard right now through 9 weeks. The max you could get is 9 points. Alex Skiggity, Total Dallas, and with the win, with the point, betting on himself, Jeff Bell now moves into a tie for first. Good job, Jeff. Had a way to believe in yourself, sir. He also said, "You bastards." I love that Jeff's like, you bitches. How dare you? I can't believe no one believed in me. Nobody believed in me? Nobody. I believed in myself, man. Skiggity, that'd have been hilarious if you'd have picked Jeff. That would have been fantastic. But you picked yourself, and now Jeff is tied with you. So suck it, nerd. Heartthrob, Jared, and Jesus are in second place with 5 points. And my sweet, sweet Donna and Keith are now in third. So Keith got a point, and that moved him up to third. I'm in sole possession of fourth place. Bam! Which means absolutely nothing. Sylvia, CC, FJ, SVG, and Titan Hugo and Spoon have 2 points. Mark G, who won it all last year. Mark G won it all last year. Mark has 1 point. Mark has 1 fucking point. Mark got that point in week 1. Mark got the first week right and hadn't picked a goddamn winner right since. He's basically Chris from Sam Houston after week 1. Him and Chris have shit the bed every single week. That's it. That's crazy. Mark was a goddamn savant last year. That's wild. It's just crazy how this shit turns. You just never know. You just never know. So we are through week 9. There is $146 in the winner pool. Right now, if it ended, first place would get $102.20. Second place would get $43.80. Obviously, there's a 4-way tie for first. As we get closer towards the end, we will put in a tiebreaker to figure that out. In other words, when we get down to the final week, we're going to have you predict the final score totals, and that's probably what's going to decide it if there's a tie. So going into it, it's going to be like, all right, predict the final score, and then the 2 teams that come the closest will be first and second. It's the best way to do it. It's the only way to do it. There's no other way to do it at this point. So, but yeah, right now, 4-way tie. Alex, Skiggity, Toto Dallas, Jeff Bell, all in first place. So that brings us to who's your matchup for the week? Well, I told you yesterday, it is Aaron J. Bryant's Dark Nola 40. And Uriel Villanueva's Drafting Under the Influence. Aaron J. Bryant has Jaden Daniels, Bijan Robinson, J.K. Dobbins, Drake London, Jalen Waddle, Zay Flowers, Zach Ertz, the Falcons defense, and Young Ho Koo. On the other side, Uriel has Jalen Hurts, Alvin Kamara, James Conner, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Brian Robinson Jr., Jonnu Smith, the Lions defense, and Jake Bates. So this is a close one. This is a close one. 128.75 to 128.19. 0.6 points separates these two. This was the second closest matchup as far as the totals go for the week. I have your form ready. I just need to test it, and then I will send it to you. Oops. But as you know, first thing I do is I always test it by putting in my entry first, just to make sure it works. And then I'll post it in the chat and post it on the Discord like we do every single week. As always, I've included the names of the teams, their estimated point totals, and screenshots of both rosters and benches in case they were going to make any changes. You'd need to know that. For example, Drake London is questionable, so at least you would know what Aaron would be picking from if he were to replace Drake London. So that will help you. As always, put in your email and your name, not the name of your choice. All right. So I'm going to put my name in here. Got to be an email, dumbass. And my choice in the matter. Who am I taking, sir? Yeah, you guys putting your picks in the chat? Stupid. Good point, Joe Pro. I'm not sure. Jen's busy with life, I guess. Joe Pro's an indirectly related question. Where's Jen? Haven't seen her smiling face in the chat in a minute. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know work has been kind of crazy for her, but honestly, I haven't heard from her in a while either. I need to check on her. I know we missed we missed last week's birthdays, which means she's super busy. Because usually, if nothing else, if I don't hear from her, she'll at least text me and be like, hey, we got these birthdays today. But that means she's busy for sure. Let's see here. And this is a required question. Well, no shit, it's a required question. Who am I going with here? Man, I have no idea. This is really a toss-up. All right. Yeah, I spoke to her a couple of days ago. What work is. Okay. All right. I think I know what I'm doing here. Got it. And submit. Okay. Close. Let me check the response is good. Week 10. There I am. All right. Here we go. I will post this in the chat. Here you are on Twitch. And here you are on YouTube. So if you're in the contest, go make your picks. And I will put that on the Discord as well. My God, it's 4:55. We didn't get to no NFL talk. None. I'm going to run through the fantasy scores real quick. We didn't get to shit. This is crazy talk, man. Craziness. Or videos. I have a gig tonight, or I might be inclined to do that. I'm at the Houston Improv. Damn it. Kind of popped up last second. Okay. It's in the Discord. Yeah. I got it kind of last second. They texted me, and then I just wanted to clear with Nora because now I'm booked Sunday as well. I'm doing a charity event. So Caps was better than it was the week before. Week before was, ugh. But last night was super fun. I thought they were going to stream it live, but they ended up not doing that. But a lot of fun. I love doing the interruption with Trey, man. I get to work on stuff and do, like I did a bunch of jokes about my divorce that I've never done on stage. And oh man, we had so much fun. No, I'm at the Improv tonight. And then tomorrow I'm in Conroe at Southern Star Brewery. And then Saturday, I'm in Sour Lake with Jerry Wayne Longmire at the Revenant. And Sunday, I'm near Minute Maid Park for a charity event. So I don't have tonight or Sunday because I just found out about both of them today. They're not on my website yet. But I do have Friday and Saturday on my website. So just go to barryisfunny.com. All the info is there. But tonight I'm at the Improv. Sunday, I don't even know where it is. He hasn't sent me the info yet. But it's some, I don't know. It's a charity event for what is it? Something for warriors for, I don't remember. And something for a military charity. I don't remember what it is. But yeah, I'm in Sour Lake with Jerry Wayne Longmire. It's called The Revenant. It's actually just a dude's house. He built a big old entertainment building. And we were there last year and they were like, man, we want y'all back. It was fun. We had a great time. So if you're in the Beaumont 409 area, come on out. Yeah, dude, I need to get back to that. You're right. You're absolutely right. I thought about it the other day. I was talking to Jen. I was like, I need to get back to that. You need to. Nope, you're right. 100% right. I need to get back to the private hour. Maybe I'll start shortening a day and just doing the private hour. Don't wander in the woods and Kuntz. Oh, no. No, in fact, the road that we're on, it was like, they were like, yeah, don't go any further. You go any further down that road and they don't wear shoes down there. And we were like, what the fuck? Are you going to post the Sunday event on socials? Yeah, as soon as I get the info, I absolutely will do that. I don't know where it is or what, but it's at Minute Maid Park, or around Minute Maid Park. I don't know where. But I will as soon as I get that done. I promise. All right, let's do fantasy real fast, and then we'll get on up out of here. All right. Spoon, no shoes, my can. Yeah. Perry, that's a good question. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Improv TX Houston. Let's see. I don't even know who it is. Oh, here we go. Chrome Resizes. I don't even know who this dude is. This is who I'm featuring for. No, not Dave Attell. That would be dope as fuck. Rick Glassman. Oh, let's see. Who is Rick Glassman? Rick Glassman stars as Jack on the Amazon original series As We See It, as well as Edward on the ABC sitcom Not Dead Yet. Los Angeles-based stand-up comic, writer, and actor, Glassman's notable credits include a leading role in Bill Lawrence's ensemble sitcom Undateable, as well as playing Harold Ramis in David Wayne's National Lampoon biopic, A Futile and Stupid Gesture. Wrote and directed in the award-winning 5-episode The Sixth Lead. Weekly podcast, Take Your Shoes Off. Whose guests include creatively edited YouTube format, live action animation. Other TV credits include Paramount's Network's Nobodies, FX's The Comedians, Comedy Central's At Midnight, and Adam Devine's House Party. Okay. He's kind of out there. Good podcast. Oh. Rick is good. He just said I need to rest. I do. But you know what else I need? Money. Christmas is around the corner. Oh, damn it, Shelby. Shelby said I really need this Twitch app to stop kicking my ass. Oh, kicking me out. It's weird, man. People keep saying that shit. Jesus said you can skip fantasy. No. Oh, because you say I need to rest. That's why I can skip fantasy. I thought you meant that's why I need to not do a show. No. We're doing fantasy. We're definitely doing it. But yeah, that's who I'm featuring for tonight. Perry's like, yeah, not. Perry's like, we'll get you on the next one. I get it. All right, here's your fantasy. Let's get it. League One. Jared Taylor's Caucaso and FJ's Hail Mary. Look at Jared Taylor just rolling. Alex said, email me when fantasy is over. Absolutely not, buddy. Jared Taylor 109.08. Hail Mary's or FJ's Hail Mary's 104.62. Jared Taylor now 7-2. Second place in the league. Poor FJ, 3-6. Black Sheep's the champ is here. Look at you, Black Sheep. Oh my God. Black Sheep. What? 112.4. Poor BZH 420. Poor Brian. 112.3. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how irate I would be? Do you know how mad I would be? Brian falls to 4-5. Black Sheep improves to 6-3 with a 0.1 victory. Damn, look how close this one is. Keith Sager's hanging with Hernandez. Cisco's the Penix mightier. And Cisco wins 128.94 to 128.6. Shit. So you get two super close matchups and another really good one between FJ and Jared. And then what the shit happened here? Tony and his Tony the Handsomes just destroy Christian Alonso 150 to 75. CC, is your man's even trying? My goodness. Christmas Sam Houston may suck at picking winners, but his fistful of assholes is... That sounds weird. Beat up on KD's Chris's CDC guidelines 119 to 111. To improve, Tony, he got handsomed. You got mossed and handsomed. So Chris is 8-1, and Jared Taylor's 7-2. There you go. Betty had lead like Yankees and thought it was over. Right? All right, League 2. I don't want to talk about it. It's bullshit. Clarence's big boss sugar boogers whooped my ass. Clarence's team is so good. Jesus Christ, it's good. And I have a good team, but not that good. He whooped my ass 141 to 118. Injury prone. Truck driver Pookie also has a really good team. 165 over Alex's Carlsbergers. 165 to 92. Jenny's scary team. Jenny's mom beat CC 161 to 115. The real Lisa making that comeback. 121 to 106. And SVG's Shingones beat Potch 142 to 118. So Clarence and Jenny's mom sitting at top 7-2. And Lisa and SVG at 6-3. Big boss demoted Barry. Yeah, he did. And he's lucky that he played me because he had the fourth highest point total for the week. So, yeah, just don't act like you're big shit because you don't even have the best record in the league and you would have lost to 3 other teams. So shut up. All right, League 3 looks like this. This is how it shook out. Amos and the 504s, they not like us. Beat Uriel Villanueva and the drafting under the influence. 152.6 to 139.4. That's a high scoring matchup right there. Amos improves to 5-4. Dr. Dre and his doctor's orders beat Dark Nola 133 to 120. And those two that you see on the left, drafting under the influence and Dark Nola, is our matchup of the week. Rev's House improves to 5-4 by beating Sylvia and her BOD Swifties 135 to 125. PB Dubs, rolling on Dubs, beat Total Dallas and Romo Cop Protects. Did he not come back after CC timed him out? He got mad. I don't blame him. I tried to bring him back. He got mad. That's CC's fault. Rolling on Dubs. PB Dubs won 126 to 102. Both of them are now 5-4. Austin Isotopes dropped a close one to Jeff Bell and the Slow White Broncos. As we talked about, that was our matchup of the week. 120.24 to 119.8. Really close matchup of two loser-ass teams. 4-5 and 3-6. That came out wrong. And in League 4... the Pie Eaters, Perry's team, 146 to 118 over Dandy Dan and his disorganized disasters. Perry's now 6-3. Titan Hugo and Team Punishment, 139, beat up on Steven Usyk's Joe Pro's Buffalo, 139 to 126. Giggity, kick me while I'm down. Heartthrob, the Unseasoned Heathens 138, and Eric's excellent team 96. Eric's usually really good at fantasy. This is not his year. Speaking of not their year, Mark's having a tough go of it all around. I bet he's wishing we would have done fantasy hockey. He'd be whooping everybody's ass. Yeah, Uzi's got a squad too. He does. You're right, Perry. Spoon and the Big Yetis 141. Mark and his Chi-Town Swifties 106. He's 6-3. Yeah, but he lost. Doesn't matter. And Jesus, and here for you to hate 97, but it wasn't enough. Jen and her pure royalty 142. So there you go. There's your fantasy updates. Don't forget our matchup of the week. It's AJB and his Dark Nola 40s versus Uriel Villanueva and drafting under the influence. Last thing before we get out of here, I just want to say once again, thank you to, this is the wrong date, but this is the right people. Thank you to those of you that sent in on Thankful Thursdays. PP Dubs, as always, man, thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. They always send in notes as well. And PP Dubs said, Thankful Thursday, and I appreciate you, my friend. Also, Donna sent in a happy Thankful Thursday. I appreciate you, my sweet, sweet Donna. Cece sent in a Thankful Thursday. She said, save all my Thankful Thursdays for future bail monies. Hashtag Lone Ranger. She wanted to kill that dude. Appreciate you. Total Dallas sent in a Thankful Thursday. He said he's loving the increased college football conversation. Me too, man. I'm glad you're enjoying that. And then last but certainly not least, Sylvia, she sent in a Thankful Thursday. She said, happy BOD Thankful Thursday. Love you, Sylvia. I appreciate you. Thank you all for supporting the show. It's very much appreciated. And it certainly does help me keep going and doing this and bringing you guys a show. It is a labor of love, and I enjoy doing it, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. And it makes it much, much, much easier. Shelly! Sweet thing. Thank you for the 300 biddies. Perry, I wouldn't know how to act if you called me Barry. Stop that. Stop it, sir. Shelby, I appreciate you, sweet thing. It's so good to have you back in the mix. I love it. Oh, love you, Total Dallas. You know that. You know that. All right, let's get out of here. I'm going to go get my shit together. Also, I know we missed a birthday, and I'll get it on Monday, I promise. I know it exists. I know, because when I was doing the first and second, I saw one on the 8th, and I was like, fuck, didn't get to it. I love you, Shelpsters. But we're going to get to the birthday on Monday. I promise. I promise. I promise. So we'll get to the birthday on Monday, and a whole lot more. We'll cover week 10 in football, 11 in college football. I'll get to the Eliminator 5000. I'm keeping track, don't worry. It hadn't been a good 2 weeks anyway, so you ain't missing much. I promise. But we'll get to it. My picks have been doing okay. Eliminator 5000, not so much. Your boy has been picking good. Eliminator 5000 been struggle busting. Oh, look at everybody's getting their picks in already. Mark, Total Dallas, CC, Donna, Titan Hugo, Jesus, Heartthrob, Spoon, and Skiggity all have their picks in. All right, good deal. Get the rest of you get it in. All right. Okay. In the meantime, y'all have a great weekend, man. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the weekend. If you can come catch a show with me, that would be great. Tonight, tomorrow, Sour Lake on Saturday, wherever the hell I'm at on Sunday. Otherwise, I'll see you on Monday right here. All right. In the meantime, do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. See y'all later. Bye, everybody. Mark said, sorry to whoever I picked. You're going to lose. Let me see who it was. Fuck, I got to go change my pick now. I can't do it. I'm not allowed. Yo! Heartthrob! Holy shit, homie. Thank you for the 1,500 bits, my friend. You're crazy, man. What are you heading to Orlando for? You're a wild man. All right. Oh, you got a friend down there, don't you? No, is it family? Yo, you got a little gal down there, don't you? I'm not mistaken, right? No, the show is tonight at the Improv. I just showed it. It's some dude. What's his name again? Something Glass. Rick Glassman is at the Improv tonight. And they were like, can you feature for him? I was like, yeah, I'm free. Supposed to stay home and drink wine and eat a charcuterie board with Nora. But I was like, that don't pay the light bill. So let me drag my ass to the Improv. Guys, I love you. I really do. You just don't know it. But I really love you guys. Thanks for continuing to support the show with me. I'll see y'all Monday. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.